All right. How we travel, fam. We are in Piraeus, Athens. That would be Greece, and not Greece lightning, actual Greece. We have to be back on the ship by 5 p.m. today, so not as long as what we had yesterday, where we had to be back by 8 p.m. We didn't get a tour guide for this leg of the journey. We just hired a car to drive us around. That way we can hit all the spots we want to hit and not have to worry about being on a large, tour bus with 30 to 35 people piling on and off with pre-planned destinations. We can kind of go where we want, and then hopefully the driver will make some suggestions as well. But I think the wife has a plan, so we're just going to be along for the ride, which is always a good ride because she plans very, very well. The driver just showed up, so it's time to go.
When the gods went to the king of course asked for 2 gifts from each other, one from each other, in order for him to decide who was gonna win that contest. Poseidon took his trident. By the way, do you know why we call it the trident?
3, trident?
Yeah, tria. 3 is number 3 in Greek. So, tria, trident, because it has 3 plates in front. So Poseidon took his trident, hit the ground, and a small salty spring rose to the surface. Cyclops tasted the water, and let's say he didn't like the idea of the water being salty. That's why he asked from goddess Athena to offer her gift as well to him. Athena took the same thing with her spear, and an olive tree rose. When Cyclops tasted the olives, he found it more useful as a gift for the Athenians in its whole. Because, can you guess what an olive tree can offer? Of course, olives to eat, olive oil to cook, and wood in order to build, for example, boats. So, of course, Cyclops found Athena's gift being more useful for the Athenians, and that is how she became the patroness goddess of the city. Poseidon got really angry that his younger niece managed to win him in that contest, so Athena, in order to calm her uncle down, said to the Greeks, whenever you build a temple dedicated to me, you will always build one dedicated to my uncle as well. That's why next to the Erechtheion you're gonna visit the Parthenon and the Nike of Athena. Does it remind you something? Nike, of course, the sports brand that got influenced from the Greek word Nike. That is the proper way to pronounce it, which means victory. So next to the Erechtheion, of course, is the Parthenon. By the way, have you ever been into Turkey?
No.
In Turkey is the Hagia Sophia Church. Have you ever heard of Hagia Sophia Church?
No.
The Byzantine Empire?
Yes.
The Byzantine Empire was...
Empire, though.
The Byzantine Empire was the last Greek empire right up until the 15th century after Christ, when in 29th of May 1453 Hellenism fell into the claws of Islam. Anyways, if you ever go to Turkey, most probably you are gonna visit Hagia Sophia Church. In order for you to properly understand what is the meaning of Hagia Sophia Church, is that Hagia Sophia Church is what the Basilica is for Catholic people, for us the Greek Orthodox Christians though. And the Acropolis and the Hagia Sophia Church are the 2 buildings, the only 2 buildings that can be compared in between them nowadays, because ancient Greeks built the Parthenon to honor goddess Athena's wisdom on earth, but our medieval Christian ancestors built the Hagia Sophia Church to honor God's wisdom on earth. So there is a link between the ancient Greek philosophers and architects towards the medieval modern Christian Greeks. If I'm not being indiscreet, are you Christians?
Yes.
Christianity is another part of Greece's history, because people, when they are Christians, no matter if they are Catholic, no matter if they are Orthodox, they only talk Greek. Jesus is his Aramaic name, But Christos is his Greek name. If you Google write what language the Christ was using, it will wrongfully inform you that he was using the Aramaic language. No, the Christ was using the Aramaic language when he was heading to the synagogues to convert Jewish people into coming to Christianity. The language he was using was the Greek language, because back then, like nowadays, the American language is the worldwide language for people to communicate no matter the background. Back then, the worldwide language for people to communicate used to be the Greek language, which is the reason why the Christ decided for the New Testament to be written in our nation in an island called Patmos. St. John wrote the Apocalypse here. That's why people being Christians, reading the New Testament, for instance, are only speaking Greek when they read the New Testament. For instance, the word Apocalypse is Greek. Evangelical, Catholic, Orthodox, demon, angel, all of them are being out of Greek origins. As well, in the Acropolis, you will see the first theater in the world, the theater of the Olympian god Dionysus. And on the slopes of the Acropolis, you will see two places that we will visit later on. The temple of Hephaestus, which is the most well-preserved ancient Greek temple, having as well next to it the ancient agora and the Roman agora. The Roman agora and the ancient agora were places that ancient Greek philosophers like Socrates and Plato and Aristotle were meeting people in order to exchange ideas. It was a place of a free speech. By the way, Orion, would you like me to tell you who is my favorite Olympian god?
Okay, we made it to the first leg of our tour. We stop off at the Acropolis. As you can see, there's quite a few people here. This is a very, very popular spot, probably the most popular spot in all of Athens. There's tons of tour buses and tons of traffic just trying to get here. And right now I'm walking past the Parthenon. Here, let's take a look. And we're just getting started. Okay, as always here in Greece, especially Athens, you're surrounded by history. You'll see contemporary buildings and all of a sudden there'll be something that's like 1,500 years old. With that in mind, we are now at the Olympic Stadium here. So it's an awesome site. It's built completely out of marble. Seats, I believe he said 30,000. Here, check it out. Look at that, how awesome is that? You can imagine Olympic Games just going on. Our driver said that now they just do concerts and whatnot here. So far, we're getting more information out of a driver. He's not supposed to be a tour guide. Apparently, if you upgraded to a tour guide, it was way more expensive, but it seems like we're getting a tour guide as our driver anyway. He's full of knowledge. He's absolutely full of knowledge. It's been really, really awesome to learn a great deal. We just left Zeus's temple, and now we're over here at the Olympic arena here. And we started off at the acropolis, as you saw, because you got to start off there. And we can still see it. Where's it at? Here, let me show you the acropolis. There it is off in the distance. Because it's the second highest spot, you can see it from anywhere, which, as my wife was saying, is very strategic as far as a defensible position. Later on today, we're going to go to the highest point, and the highest point has a church up there. So we'll be heading up there. And he said it's 100 steps, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, so we just came from the agora. So you'll see I got a lot of footage there, a lot. It's a huge campus with tons of stuff. It is uncharacteristically hot today. So much so that there's one spot that our driver said that we can't go. The police have cut it off due to potential wildfires. That's how hot it is today. It's supposed to be like I think like a high of 90, which is very uncharacteristic for this time of year. So everybody is just melting. But where we are now is a place that a Greek restaurant that he recommended. It's called Savvas, and it was established in 1925. So we drove by it, and this was the first place that he recommended. So, you know, why not listen to him? He probably knows what he's talking about. We're sitting down here to eat, and then we have about 45, 50 minutes here, and then we'll go back to meet the driver, and then that's it. It's gonna take us back to the ship. We got a lot in. We got a lot in, especially when you consider the amount of traffic that they have here during this time. Just getting around takes a bit of time, but we were able to see a lot, and we learned a great deal from him. He was very, very knowledgeable, really, really nice guy. His name is Notos, so really, really cool dude. I'm gonna look at the menu now. It's time to eat. Okay, we made it back to the ship safely. Said our goodbyes to Notos. He was an awesome guide. He's not a tour guide technically, he's a driver, but he did the job of 20 tour guides. I'm telling you, the stuff that we learned from him. But once again, he had a passion for his home country and really giving us all of this history and how the Greek language has influenced and Greek culture has influenced the rest of the world. It's really, really awesome. So now it is, let's see what time is it? It's 2:50. So we have plenty of time to play on the boat. It's a really warm day, so the kids are gonna hit the pool, they're gonna hit the water slides, the aqueduct, all that. And I think I'll do some video editing, and let's see, I'll start working out tomorrow, but I gotta hit a stretch video. I may do the stretch video as the sun goes down for all of my wellness warriors back home. All right, I gotta shut this down because they don't allow you to video when you're going through checkpoints like this a lot of times. So another travel tip is shut all your camera stuff off when you're going through any kind of TSA pre-check, when you're on the gangways, the boats, whenever you're basically entering and exiting where you have like check bags and whatnot, they don't want you videoing typically. So save yourself the headache and just shut those cameras down. All right, everybody, I'm chilling here on the deck in front of the funnel vision. I've been in the pool, I've been in the jacuzzi, I've been in the pool, and then I've been in the pool again. My daughter's still in the pool. We have dinner in about a half an hour, so I'm about to pull her out of the pool so she can grab a shower. I think I'll have another shower after dinner. I took a shower when we got back, just to wash all of the 90-degree Athens weather off. But yeah, we're gonna go to dinner. We're at Royal Palace tonight. The menu didn't look too bad. There was lobster and I think snapper, so a lot of seafood. I think there was a pork loin on there. Ooh, I know. There was fettuccine. There was fettuccine with chicken. Yeah, and then the bread was sourdough. Ooh, it's gonna be a good menu. It's gonna be a good menu. I'm gonna enjoy it tonight. Now look at my daughter at that pool. That's right, we want to go everywhere.